Shauna here from Dancing Raven Studio. Welcome to Acrylic Painting 101 Basics for Beginners. I am so glad that you've stuck it through. We are in Lesson 8, and in Lesson 8 we are going to make a really powerful tool in our color mixing, a neutralized grayscale. We're going to take black, which when you mix it you can see it has a lot of blue, and we are going to take raw umber, mix the value scales for each of them, and then put them together. We're going to use this neutralized gray scale over and over again to the end of this course and beyond. For lesson 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13, we'll be using a neutralized gray scale. Let's grab our paint tools and get going. And at the end of the video, I'm going to have a little information about this tool. It is amazing. See you soon. We are making value scales, and we're going to make 3 value strings. We're going to do the one that we're working on right now, which is titanium white to bone black. And you'll notice that I have a value scale that I'm testing against. That's actually made with paint. I get it from Golden. It's their neutralized gray series from value 2 to value 8. I make these by the hundreds and I use them all the time when I'm mixing paint. Indeed, I do buy my neutralized grays, but I spent a lot of time mixing my own and putting them into containers so that I could use them over and over again in my painting. So we're nearly done here. The bone black, its value is 0.5. It's not a 0, but it's pretty close. We had a little bit of the white to get to value 2 and a tiny bit just on what's on our palette knife to get us to value 1. We're going to put this onto our worksheets so we can see it all in one place. I've created a binder with protection pages that I can slide these lessons into and go back and be able to look at them at any point that I need to. Now we're going to do the second string, and you notice I'm doing one at the top, one on the bottom. You'll see in a moment why. The second string is with raw umber, which is a low chroma yellow. It neutralizes the blue-gray, because bone black is, often blacks are low chroma blues. So we're just creating the value string. We're at value 4. When we get to value 2, that is the value that raw umber comes out of the tube. To get to value 1, I'm going to add some of that bone black into it. And again, we're going to fill our chart up here so that we can see our string of values, one next to each other. Here, because we've made them the same value, it makes it so easy to mix them because you're not worried about it getting darker or getting lighter. They're the same values, so they come together much quicker, and it seems like it takes more time, but ultimately it takes a lot less time to do it this way. So as we neutralize the gray, we're moving away from having it too blue. And a neutral gray, when we do our chroma charts, is going to be very helpful. So now we're down to our value 1. Let's take a look at these 3 value strings and see the difference of that center one. When you do it yourself, of course, on a screen, it's going to look different, but we've gone from our bone black and white scale to our neutral gray scale. And now we're going to make a 5 by 23 centimeter strip of that sort of thicker watercolor paper that you wouldn't use for watercolor paper, the cheap stuff. And we're going to segment it off in 2.5 centimeter segments. And that works out to 2 inches by 9 inches and 1 inch segments. We're just going to build this up so that we can have a representation that we can use and bring close to images that we're looking at to see if we can figure out what value we're looking at. It's very helpful to have the ones that are maneuverable and you're able to have by your easel so you can just grab it and use it when you need it. Value 4, value 3, I use these value scales, and you can see the small one that I have there. I cut them in a 2 centimeter strip or 3/4 of an inch strip, and they are very helpful for matching my colors, and then I toss them once they're filled with whatever I've been matching values and colors to with them. And value 1. Here we are with our neutral value scale, where it goes from 9 as the lightest to 1 as the darkest. And then you can see the bone black one and how blue it is compared to the neutral one. But here is the tool that you're going to find super helpful. It is a Munsell Accurate Value Grayscale for artists. It's plasticized. It has these little holes. It's half-step increments. It's a fantastic tool to have. You can put your little dots onto it to match your values. We are going to need a lot of this neutralized gray value string. Using little salad dressing containers is really helpful. You can fill them up and then put them into a resealable plastic bag with a damp paper towel so that you can keep the paint fresh from, because they will dry out. They're not sealed perfectly. Find the link below for the Munsell Accurate Value Grayscale for Artists by Paul Centuri. To receive the handout for each of the lessons, head on over to my website, dancingravenstudio.ca. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next art video.